awesome friends. Today we're going to be doing a lesson inspired by radial symmetry. So again, working on starting from a point and then continuing a design around that point in a circular fashion. So we'll be doing a radial design, meaning it repeats in a circle. For this lesson, we'll be using just a small square sheet of paper. I'm going to be using paintbrushes to actually dot my paint onto my paper, but you could use something like a Q-tip, the back of a pencil, even fingerprints. It's something that can get a circular stamp of paint. And then I'll be using some colorful paint that I have, but of course you can use any kind. Even if you just water down some watercolor and do it on a white sheet of paper, there's so many options. You could even technically do this with markers and do a dotted kind of repeating design with markers. There's so many options. So we are of course going to start with our mantra to get started today, and then we will get going on our radial design. So together, here we go. My mantra: I am positive, I am creative, I am mindful, I am amazing, I am an artist. Okay, gather your simple supplies for this radial design and let's get going. For this lesson, you're going to practice some mindful meditation as you paint using dots to create your radial design. So I'm going to just be using this kind of brighter green color first, and I'll be using the back of a paintbrush. Now you can, like I said, use a pencil end or your fingerprint or something just to create some dots that are going to repeat. So I'm going to make one in the center, and then I'm going to start to create some designs that are radial, meaning they go around in a circle to repeat. You can also start by marking out where you'd like your edges to be. So if I have one in the center here, making my lines or my designs go from corner to corner, or sorry, from center to corner, and then going to the edge of my paper might help map everything out. So I'm going to start here and do a little bit of a line to the corner until it disappears. Start here and do another line to the corner and kind of make like a big X to the edge of my paper. And as you use paint, it will start to disappear, which kind of gives you this like dotted effect that gets smaller and smaller. And that's a cool way to help fill in your design. So it's kind of gonna look like a snowflake at first. And then I'm gonna use this one and go off the edge of the paper. So that's kind of a cool beginning. Then you can just wipe off the edge of your paintbrush and pick a new color that you'd like to create some radial designs from. Again, you can also use a bigger brush to create bigger dots. You can even do some that are fingerprints or something even simple with maybe just some markers. So as long as you're using a dot to create your radial design, oh, that's a drippy one, then it's a fun way for you to practice making something repeat in a circle. So I'm gonna try this huge one and do, oh yeah, that's awesome. Do some big ones at the end. Big, too little, and a point. So really make sure once you pick a design that it's going to repeat in a circle. So once you do it on one spot, it needs to be completed on the others. So I'm gonna really kind of get in the zone, start kind of getting myself almost to like relax a little bit and meditate and think about, as I create my designs, what else can I do? What other kinds of dotted patterns can I create to make and finish my radial design? Incredibly meditative process to create something with a radial design, all while using kind of a non-traditional tool, the end of a paintbrush, to create those dots. It reminds me a lot of the work of Brandon Rollin, who on Instagram is Brandon.Rollin. So I'll just put his little tag here so you can see too, who creates beautiful pieces of work by using dots, right? So he's based out of Colorado and creates these amazing color combinations and beautiful constructions, compositions. His work is awesome. So you'll have to check him out as well. But that was a really awesome way to practice radial design while also doing something a little bit non-traditional. Now we're of course going to end with a little bit of mindful meditation. For this one, I'd like you to do 3 deep breaths and really try to make that belly come out as far as possible and then come back in. So 3 deep breaths, 1 hand on your chest, 1 hand on your belly. Here we go. that's it. Hopefully those breaths helped you to focus yourself to be super strong and ready for the rest of the day. Always remember, you are amazing, you are strong, you are resilient, and I love you. We'll see you next time.